Hello everybody, my name is Rail and Taryn. Welcome to episode 19 of EVE Online The Prelude, a series where I discuss all things tutorial. As always, let's discuss what skills I've covered here. I have learned mining upgrades at level 3, which will lower the CPU requirements of said mining upgrades, so that's good for my venture. I have also learned a brand new skill, capacitor management. Skill at regulating your ship's overall energy capacity, plus 5% bonus to capacitor capacity per skill level. So that's very nice. I intend to level it up quite a bit. What skills am I currently training? Well, I am currently training shield upgrades level 4, followed by capacitor managements level 2 and 3. For a little bit extra power grid for my shields, and also better capacitor for, well, all of my ships. Everything uses capacitor. Now, what do we do next? We finished the Federal Navy Academy's, well, college, if you will, university. We finished with industry, military, advanced military, exploration, and business. What's next? Well, in other games, you sort of have a personal drive to go from zone to zone, area to area, and level up. In EVE Online, not so, for multiple reasons in fact. The primary one being that there is no leveling up system. It's all time-based. So the question is, what do you want to do with your time? In EVE Online, progression isn't really set by the game, but by what goals you set for yourself. So if you want to be a PvP monster and go off into the battlefield killing other players, then by all means, do that. Set skills focused towards that goal and join a corporation or faction warfare militia and go nuts. Me personally, I'm quite enamored with doing missions and mining. I find mining to be really nice to do while I'm either, say, rendering videos or just watching YouTube or relaxing. And I enjoy missions as that extra feel of income and just blowing up other ships relatively carefree. I find EVE to be a nice relaxing game, thus I implement all the jazz music, as you've heard, no doubt. So with that in mind, if I want to do missions and mining, what do I do then? Well, quite simply, I just do missions and mining. But what skills do I focus on for that? Let's check out the skill list here in the shops. Let's make this window a little bit bigger. Let's check out skills I want to train. Now, of course, there are the resource processing skills, because if I got, say, something like, let's see if I can find Veldspar here. See, where I have mining and mining upgrades. Oh, I can actually get improved refining efficiency to make refining even better. That could be nice. Here's Scordite reprocessing, so I get even better rewards out of that. Scrap metal, Veldspar. Skills like this could be really good to get even more money out of the ores and minerals I refine and, well, mine. Production skills. I also want to get into production to make my own drones. Because also, and ammo specifically, drones and ammo, because those tend to be the most expendable things that, well, drones can blow up, for example, and, well, you always use ammo, it's ammunition. So things like that could be good. So leveling up things like material efficiency and mass production to get more jobs at once and better, you know, material waste, it could be really nice. And of course, for doing missions, there are some useful core skills. Specifically near the engineering line of things. I can get skills that, well, my capacitor management to get more overall capacitor. I can also increase the capacitor recharge, get more CPU, better power grid, better upgrades in general. Now, what stats do all of these have in common? Memory and intelligence. These two skills are what I need to increase my, attributes. These are the two things I need to increase my mining skills, and my overall ship skills. So I want to focus on intelligence primary, memory secondary. Let's just come over here real quick to resource processing here. For example, what does this require? Yep, memory intelligence. So I want these two skills to be as high, or sorry, I keep saying skills, I mean to say attributes. So I want these two attributes to be as high as possible. Right now they're each 23. 20 by default, and then plus 3 for my augments that I've bought a while back. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a neural remap. Now, what does that entail? Well, every player starts off with 2 neural remaps, free of charge with no cooldown. However, after you use both of them, you have a 1-year cooldown. A full year before you can remap your statistics. So it's not a choice you make lightly. And I've actually thought about this for several days now, which is why I'm doing it right now, because I've thought about it for a while. So I'm going to remap now. And here, as you can see, I can make, let's close this out for now. I can take stats from, I can say, you know, lower perception, willpower, and charisma. I now have 8 unassigned points. Put 4 into there. Put 4 into there. There we go. So now all of my stats are at 20, but my memory or intelligence are 27. This means that all of these skills related to memory and intelligence will train pretty quick actually. I've just given them a +4 stat bonus. So they will train a lot faster. Conversely though, perception, willpower, and charisma-based skills will now train a lot slower, because I've taken points away from them. That said though, because I have 2 remaps for free, I intend to use the neural remapping to increase my memory and intelligence. Train the skills I care about, i.e. the mining skills and the ship core skills like power grid and all that, and then go back to a more balanced and even one after that. This is my goal, so I'm going to save changes. Are you sure you want to use a timed remap? You will not be able to use a timed remap again for 12 months. Well, that's fine, but like I said, we have 2 free ones. There we go. Alright, so now, if I pause here, you can see, I've just cut off 2 hours from shield upgrades, so that's pretty nice. Let's look at other skills. Energy grid upgrades, I took some time away. CPU, I mean, again, all of these skills now have better time. What if I go something like gunnery, which uses perception and willpower? Well, yeah, the skills have gotten a bit longer. Unfortunately, but that's just how it works. And I am okay with that. So now that this is done, I definitely want to focus on, well, the skills I'm already doing. I'm already learning the intelligence memory stuff here for shields. Now the reason I'm doing that is for my venture. I'm not relying on shields for my destroyer, no, it's for my venture. Because I want to eventually get a Tech 2 medium shield booster. I also want to get a Tech 2 mining laser upgrade. So my goal is to get Tech 2 all equipment, and then focus on better ships. I'd rather have really decked out moderate ships than really barren awesome ships, if that makes sense. So I want to have my venture have all the best equipment it can possibly have. So I have Tech 2 mining lasers, a Tech 2 survey scanner, I want a Tech 2 shield booster and shield health and a mining laser upgrade, all that good stuff. Same actually with my destroyer. Now for my destroyer, I actually want to change my ship pretty drastically here. I eventually want to replace the web and afterburner with drone modules to increase my drone's speed and tracking. I will probably also, well, replace my rigs for better drone control as well. Because for level 1 and 2 missions, I don't really need guns. They're nice to have, but when I do missions, my drones just fly off and do everything for me. No problem. I've never had to worry about it. So I will likely focus pretty heavily on drones continuously, which will also help out my mining ships should I get more in the future. Because of course there are mining drones, and of course just drones as defense are really nice. So what will I do now? I've remapped my stats so my skills will train faster for what I want. What do I do now, huh? Good question. If you remember, back in episode 1, during character creation, there were 3 universities, 3 educations. You had the Federal Navy Academy, the University of Cayley, and the School of Applied Sciences. Now, I chose Federal Navy Academy. However, I will likely do the other 2 university courses. They entail the exact same missions as the ones we've covered, but they give great money and great standings. If I bring up my standings here, you can see that just from doing this mission line here, I've got a 0.84 standing with the Gallente Federation. Just from this, set of missions here. Now that's pretty nice. Granted, the maximum is 10. Positive standings is the maximum, but still. That's 1/10 of the way from these missions. Consider the fact that they're also incredibly simple and pay very well, both with money, free ships, free modules, and free skill books, all of which I can sell to the highest bidder at other stations and such. That's going to give me a lot of income. I'll wager that I can probably get 100 billion ISK by the time I finish the other academies. Because if you remember, I've already spent 50 million ISK getting my implants alone. Not to mention other spare modules and such. So I actually might be at around 80 million ISK right now, had I not spent so much stuff on this ship, modules, and all that good stuff. If I do the other, stations and whatnot, yeah, 100 million ISK doesn't seem all that impossible. Granted, I would never need 100 million ISK for what I'm planning to do, because I'm planning to use my destroyer for level 1 2 missions, but at least I'll have it. It's better to have and not need than to need and not have, as I keep saying for some reason. So that is my plan. This is a rather short and dull video, but this is just telling you what I'm going to do. I'll wager the next episode, episode 20, will probably not be for some time, as I, do the other missions that I wanted in the University for Applied Sciences and it was the School for Applied Sciences and the University of Cayley. So once I finish that, then I will make episode 20. So you will likely see a gap in episodes here, but fear not, I'm not stopping to play or anything, I'm just not recording, because it would literally be what you've already seen. I've already done the industry, military, advanced military, exploration, and business missions. It would just be a different person and different locations, but the exact same missions. And I think that is truthfully all I want to cover. I think I'll see you in the future at episode 20 when I have a lot more money and a lot more skills. Until then, viewers, this has been Rail Enter, signing off for a while. Take care. Bye-bye.